Hey guys, I am kind of stunned right now. I just finished episode 12 of season 2, and that was a fucking hard watch. That was a hard watch. So, Jesse and his girlfriend, Jane. Okay, let me start. Where's a good place to start? Walt and his daughter. Nice, love it, cute. I feel like we just have to fucking go for the elephant in the room. Walt let Jane die. No, not only did he let her die, he killed her. He killed her. Even though she was like strung out on heroin, she knew to stay on her side. She knew to be on her side behind Jesse and cling on to him to keep herself alive. She knew to do that. And it wasn't until Walt shook Jesse up, which knocked her onto her back, which ultimately killed her. And he shed a few tears for her. And she looked up at him. That was a hard watch. Especially after he just so happened to run into her dad at a bar. Like, small world, small town, small world. And just to think that if the dad had just actually called the police, she would still be alive. She'd be in jail. Jesse would be in jail. But she'd be alive. Now let's talk about this conversation between her dad and Walt. Walt saying his nephew, he knows what's best for him. He just wants to shake him up and, be like, listen to me. And for some reason, he just won't listen. Walt is in a very toxic, disgusting mindset where he wants Jesse to be his fucking henchman forever. For some reason, he feels entitled to Jesse's servitude, and it's actually disturbing. It's actually disturbing that he would see someone dying and then have a second thought, okay, I know I can control Jesse if this girl isn't here. She's obviously wearing the pants, right? He tells Jesse, like, yeah, good job wearing the pants. This girl, besides the drugs, she was Jesse's, like, first chance at happiness. You know what I mean? Like, a fresh start. Like, they wanted to go to New Zealand. They wanted to just start fresh. But what did them in was that last hit. Had they just flushed the heroin down the toilet, completely different story. Had the dad just called the police, she'd still be alive. Completely different story. Do you guys like my Attack on Titan shirt? Another one? Yeah, I have like a few. I am just literally bewildered. I am. I'm like, I haven't felt speechless in a long time, but I like don't even know what to say. I'm really out of I don't even know what to say. But since, to keep this video rolling, let's talk about toxic masculinity again. And I'm saying, guys, I cannot wait to watch that video. If you've been watching my reviews, you know that I talk about how I saw a video that said Breaking Bad is actually a show about toxic masculinity, something like that. And that was what convinced me to watch this sooner rather than later, that video. I didn't watch the video, but I saw the video. And since that video interested me, I was like, let me just fucking watch this show so I can watch that video. Because you guys know that I live on YouTube. My screen time is, I average about 9 to 12 hours of YouTube a day, which is fucking scary. But anyways, Walt is so, like, up his own ass. He can't accept money from his in-laws? No, that would be Skylar's in-laws. Yeah. Wouldn't Hank be his brother-in-law? Whatever, however the fucking family tree works. He can't accept money from his in-laws. He can't accept money from his friends. He can't accept money from strangers on the internet. He wants to be not only, oh, I did everything by myself. He wants people to know he did everything by himself. Because he should have no problem donating his $400,000 to his son's GoFundMe for him. He should have no problem with that, other than his fucking ego. He's quite literally drowning in his own ego. He can't even donate his own money to a GoFundMe because of the fact that, oh, I earned this money myself. Oh, I want, like, to be the person who, so he had to brag to somebody. So he brags to the baby. I did that for you. It was me. I did that for you. Okay, Walt. And guess what? If you donate it to your son's GoFundMe for you, it will still be for you that you did for you. There should be no pride issue here. The fact that he wants to be recognized for the money that he sold and cooked for, that just goes to show this guy is he's disturbed. He's no longer ashamed of, fuck, like, I'm breaking the law for my family. Fuck, I'm just doing what I have to do to get by and get my family by. He's no longer ashamed or disturbed by that. It's almost like he forgot everything about Tuco. He doesn't care that Jesse's friend got shot. He is just solely focused on himself, to the point where something as little as, I can't donate my money to myself because then random strangers are going to be taking the glory for something I did. I worked for this. Okay, that's still true. You're just donating it to yourself so you're not fucking sus. But no, he can't even do that. I'm still just, like, fucking shaken up over Jane dying. That's crazy. But I do need to touch on Skylar being driven to the hospital by Ted, her manager. Walt didn't like that very much. He was like, oh yeah, like, imagine if you had given birth on the side of the road and Ted had to help you, ha ha ha. And Walt's like, thank God it didn't come to that. Which is great. I like the little subtle animosity there. I can't wait to see where that goes when it gets a little further, especially now that Skylar is skinty. I mean, yes, skinty. So she could probably pull a man now that she's not pregnant, honestly. It's gonna be real sad to watch Skylar and Walt break up. I know I'm gonna be emotional about that, but anyways, can we go back to Jane and fucking Walt and Jesse? Walt is disgusting. Like, he is. But I do want to say, she came at Walt the wrong way. She really did. Her approach, it was the only thing that was going to get them the money, like, expeditiously. So I understand why she did it that way. But at the same time, her kind of the way she came at him, like, this is a fucking drug dealer, bitch. This is a drug, like, not even dealer. This is the boss. This is Jesse's boss. Like, she's lucky she didn't get shot over something like that. She doesn't know how, I guess she does know how amateur he is because Jesse told her everything, his dumbass. That's, okay, obviously, most of the blame is on her. She decided to use. Secondly, the blame is on Walt. But thirdly, I feel like Jesse shouldn't have gotten her involved. I understand he was strung out on drugs. I understand. But he should not have gotten her involved. I mean, he does underestimate Walt. Like, oh, he's a good guy. He's a teacher. You know, like, we've been partners all this time. But to go out and threaten him was taking shit too far. To allow his girlfriend to go out and threaten him, taking shit too far. And so he's going to fuck around and find out in the next episode. This is going to be a very sad episode, I feel like. And I do believe it's the season finale, maybe. I don't know. I guess I'll find out in a few minutes. Yeah, I'm actually very, very much disturbed. And it just, what adds insult to injury is the fact that the fucking dad was like with Walt. And he's like, you just can't give up on them. And so that conversation is so interesting because in the dad's mind, what he's talking about is, you know, oh, daughters, you know, kids, family, you can't give up on them. That's why he gave the daughter another chance. Okay, tomorrow we're going to go to rehab and everything's going to be good. Period. This is your, you know, this is me not giving up on you. I'm not just going to throw you into the system. This is me believing in you. That's what the dad meant. What Walt meant, how Walt took his words, just don't give up on them, is I can't lose Jesse. That's my henchman. I need him to do for me. You know, he's thinking about himself. The dad's thinking about his daughter. And that's where Walt and the dad differ. And it's just so amazing how that conversation, they were both talking about junkies, people with like a drug problem. And one's response is, I want to support you. I want to be there for you. I want to get you the help you need. The other's response is, I'm cutting you off from the money until you get better. I'm going to then check in on you. I really do wonder what he had said had Jesse been awake. I really do wonder what he wanted to get off his chest. But yeah, cutting you off the money, check in on you, and allow your girlfriend to die beside you. That's crazy. And I don't think Walt should have touched that needle, because what if they fingerprint it and he was there? You know what would be like fucking hilarious? You know in the Puss in Boots movie, the first one, when the egg guy is like, I was always there, Puss. And you see various iconic scenes from the movie that passed already. You see a montage where the little eggs in the background are the eggs in disguise, and he was in fact always there. I feel like at the end of the series, the police are just gonna do some fingerprints on like everything. The needle, everything that Walt fucking touched that he shouldn't have. The needle, his phone records, like when he picked up the phone from Skylar giving birth, all the way out by the motel or whatever, right? I just cannot wait to see how this is all gonna fold in on him. Rest in peace, fucking Jane, man. Had Walt not touched Jane, she would be alive. Had the father called the police, she would be alive, but Walt would have lost Jesse. Had the father, no, that's pretty much the only thing he missed on. Had she decided not to use, she would be alive. That's pretty much it, man. So it's a lot of fingers that can be pointed around. But yeah, it was really sad watching Walt cry. And it's a good thing that he doesn't know that that's the father, but maybe he's gonna find out. And I'm just dreading to see Jesse's reaction. But oh my God, imagine Jesse finds out that there was something Walt could have done. Damn. And I'm never the type to be like, oh, someone deserves X, Y, or Z because of a mistake they made. I never want to be that person. However, she's lucky she didn't get shot after saying that to like a drug boss. She's honestly lucky that all that happened to her was she was allowed to choke. But then again, it is Walt's fault that she choked in the first place. because she had herself secured to Jesse purposely. She did. That was her taking care of herself. And Walt just let her die so he can get his boy back. It's disgusting. It's disturbing. That's really disturbing. And I think that's going to be one thing that sticks with me from the show because of how disturbing that is. I value what you can do for me so much, I will allow the love of your life to fucking die. Now, it is a bit different because she threatened him, right? So he does benefit in more ways. I bit my tongue, bitch. He does benefit in more ways than just, okay, I get Jesse back. He benefits with, okay, like he even asked her. He even asked Jesse, how do I know she'll keep quiet? And he's like, you'll never hear from us again. Walt can't trust that. What if they need more money because they blow it on drugs? You know what I'm saying? So this is one of those situations where I'm not really blaming her for her death, but there's a lot of steps she could have taken differently, obviously. But I do think that Walt kind of killed her, honestly. Anyways, catch up with you guys in the next video. I feel down. I don't know, man. Let's jump into this next episode.